Hey guys, welcome to round number 3. We won the die roll. We're going to play first against Go for the Scoop. And I know the name. I've looked at a couple of his deck lists before. I just don't remember what they were. Not going to mulligan this hand. This hand looks very good, especially on the play. I think this might actually be the mirror. And if it is, we've got enough removal to really go a long way. And he's kept. We've got, very strong board development to start off. My guess is he's the mirror or he's a fairies deck, perhaps. Black. Now, this could be blue-black, or it could be mono-black. I think Mog War Marshal is going to be better. The only thing that kills this is a Disfigure. I think we want to set up for a Bushwhacker here, and I don't think Martyr of Ashes is going to come into play. So I think we'll go with the Mog War Marshal, excuse me. And he does have a Disfigure. Wow. Okay. Well, that's definitely going to slow us down, but we still have Bushwhacker. If he plays a Ravenous Rats, I think I'm going to discard the Martyr of Ashes. Yeah, definitely discarding the Martyr of Ashes here. Yeah. The only thing is Bushwhacker. I mean, how good is Bushwhacker next turn? It's decent. I guess we'll do this. We got some reach, some removal for us guys, and it looks like we're not going to pay the echo cost. We're gonna just go for the Bushwhacker here. And we can even remove this and get in for 6. I think I like that play. It drops us down to 1 card though. It's kind of rough. He blocks, he goes to 16 instead. Yeah, we might just want to get this out of the way. It's a really tough call. I mean, he can block the Bushwhacker. We still have 2 bodies. He potentially has something else. We don't have to worry about Shinobi next turn. I think we're going to just have to get this out of the way and hope that the draws keep coming in hot for us. That Disfigure kind of took some momentum out of our hands. Yeah, he could have a Spectre next turn, take out our Bolt, another Rats, or a Chittering Rats. A Rager would probably be the best. It's a Ravenous Rats. So yeah, that's really going to cut the wind from our sails. But we got to keep trucking. Maybe a Matron. Sledder is not bad. I'm going to go ahead and lay that down. And depending on who he blocks, I'm either going to kill his guy. I'll more likely probably send a point of damage to his face, because he does appear to have Undying Evil here. He's going to block there. So if he has Undying Evil, we can sack in response. We can also sack to hit this. I don't think we want to leave his blocker alive. So for now, I'm going to pass priority. If he attempts to cast Undying Evil, we can sack the creature and get it out of the way. But we're definitely just playing off the top at this point. Disfigure. Man, that's kind of rough. So he may have Decay for this. Do I want to leave this alive? Probably not worth the 2 other Goblins. So I should have sacked it to pump the other thing, but that's okay. Looks like we're going to be cut a bit short. And again, we are just living off the top here. It's going to be very tough to get out of this. And we can't attack. So let's go ahead and play the conscripts. Basically want to play out everything that we draw because of Chittering Rats and Ravenous Rats. Case in point. Bushwhacker at any point looks really good. Can't attack with the conscripts. So things are going a bit south, but I'm not completely, afraid of the future here. And he's not attacking, so that's good. We got a Bolt. So, the bolt can go to the face. If he does force us to discard, I'm going to send it to a guy. But for now, we're going to save it. Attacking with her, we're going to take the damage. And so now I think we want to take down something on the ground. Probably the Rager, so in case he reanimates it, he takes another point of life. Though this in the air is going to be hard to deal with. I'm going to go ahead and take out the Phyrexian Rager. We don't want him to reanimate the Chittering Rats. And the Spectres can eat a Death Spark or something. So now I'm going to offer up the Conscripts as a trade with either of his guys. And these get worse against Echoing Decay. He is just going to snap block. That's fine with me. We're basically looking to draw back into this with a Goblin Matron. Start chaining the Matrons perhaps, or just get a Bushwhacker. It's got a lot of discard. He's played, so he's got Unearth targeting Phyrexian Rager. So he's going to take that point of life, which is what we wanted. Of all the scenarios, that was the one we wanted to see the most. We could also Matron for a Sledder. Ooh, that's a good draw. Again, I think I'm going to offer up this Conscripts here, even though it looks like he's playing Unearth and not Undying Evil. So I think we're just going to try and drain him out of guys. He's got 6 power. Might be better as a blocker. I mean, one of the ways we win is with a Bushwhacker, so we're going to need the extra body. Though if we can whittle down his blockers, these guys become pretty good. Otherwise, it's a free 2 damage. He's going to draw a card. Hopefully not have another Disfigure, which would be completely disastrous for us. 3 Disfigures, including one on his first turn. He's totally set up against our small creature deck. Coming in for another 2. And he's got 4 cards in the chamber here. Sign in Blood. Okay, so he's pretty low. I mean, honestly, a Bushwhacker, well, with that creature, it's going to be a little worse. I'm going to go ahead and pay the Echo cost. It's only bad against if we draw a Matron. So that's a small portion of our deck. And we draw a Mog Raider. So I think I'm going to attack him. He's got 6, 7 on the table. And we've got a way to trade with almost any creature. So I think we're going in. He's at 8. So there's a lot of ways we can pump this to our benefit. So it looks like we're going to take out 2 of his guys here. For 2 of our guys, which I think is okay. I'm just thinking about it here. So one of the things we can do is sack one of these guys to pump this up, or to pump this one. We actually lose everybody if we make my play though. We get 2 guys and he has 2 guys. So this might not be the best attack of all time. We could also sack one of these to trade with the Rager, and then that leaves him with just these 2. We have a token. We have 2 tokens in this, so we are at a 3-2. Or we can take out all of his team, which is not really gonna work. I think I'm gonna do my play. Then again, sacking this War Marshal gives us a guy, which is good. Yeah, I'm just going to sack this to pump this. That seems good. Leave him with the Chittering Rat and the Spectre. And we're still looking okay. We've got quite a life cushion. He may be trying to get up to corrupt mana, but I don't know that he's going to be playing that. He's got all of the specters in the world and the ravenous rats and stuff. Down to 3 cards. Gonna send in. So Bushwhacker at any point is still very good for us. And it's a mountain. Well, we can still attack you. At least with these two. And trade with a rat. But I think I want to play the land first in case he has an Undying Evil. Does give away the information, but at the same time, probably just better for us. Alright, so we're going to pump this with the other token. Yeah, I'm not very good at playing in these situations where we get forced and whittled down to the bone. To be honest, oh, that's pretty rough. To be honest, Matron into Bushwhacker is actually very good for us. So I'm going to go ahead and sack the Raider. Then we've lost our entire board. He's got 4 damage coming in. And we're pretty much living off the top as usual. We go ahead and just sack. He's still cycling. He's got all these cycle lands, so I have to assume he's not playing Corrupt. 1 card left, though, means he very well may be. And a Cohort, we're just going to have to play. He's probably got a removal spell for it. And we're on 2 turns to live, so, or 1 turn to live, which could be a problem. If it's a creature, we're just going to have to hold it back and pretend it's a removal. But otherwise, we're just dead. Oh, and it is a Death Spark. So that keeps us alive for 1 turn, unless he can kill the Goblin Cohort. So obviously we have to Death Spark. We don't have any option. We're at 2, or sorry, we're at 1. We take 2. Gets Verdict, kills us. Bolt keeps us alive, but it's going to bury the Death Spark. So, very unfortunate. I don't know what's in his hand that he can't just kill us right now, but okay, that's going to kill us. We draw exactly, okay, we have nothing. We'd have to draw exactly something to kill this, but that leaves us dead to the rest. So, I'm going to go ahead and go to the next game here. Not even going to hold out. He shows us Funeral Charm. Wasn't necessary because I was going to concede. So, this is kind of rough. You know, Death Spark's not too bad here. He's playing all the Specters and the Rats. He might actually take some out to combat it. I want the removal for his Witches, because his Witches are going to be pretty rough. I think Martyr of Ashes can probably go. He does have a lot of ground creatures, but we're not going to be that controlling. He's definitely controlling, and we're more aggressive, so it doesn't really fit into our game plan. I think actually Sparksmith is going to be pretty good. So I'm tempted to bring in the 4th one. I think we need Matron, and I'm just wondering if we want to bring in Sylvok Lifestaff, which kind of gives us an edge in racing. So I think I am going to bring in Sylvok Lifestaff as well. I just don't know what to take out. We could drop maybe one of the Death Sparks. We could do our classic cut a couple Sledders. The problem with that is that the Sledders are best bet against Echoing Decay. We also have Death Spark, though, so I'm not completely opposed to cutting one of each Sledder effect. And we'll bring in this and these 2 Life Staffs. I think we're actually decently set up. He may have Serrated Arrows, but I think it's too much of a risk to bring it in when it's otherwise completely dead. So if we see it and we still win, we'll probably bring in Smash for the next few games, but we're going to do like this for now. Alright, welcome to game 2. We are going to play first and try and pound him. And this hand looks good, so we're not going to mulligan. We're going to keep. We're going to lead on our 1 mana 2 power creature here. And hopefully he does not have that disfigure. So next turn we can lay out a guy and a life staff. But he may have the disfigure. Oh, we can also set up for a bushwhacker. Which I think is really good. If he has disfigure, this guy's going down no matter what we do. In that case, we probably play this other creature. Yeah, he's going to disfigure right now. So we'll play the other creature and potentially bushwhacker him next turn. We can also set up a life staff and do whatever. Oh, witches. Okay. Yeah, that's a little rough because we don't have anything in hand to beat that. So our options are to bushwhacker into his witch, equip with a life staff, then he just shoots the other person. Man, this witch is just gonna mow us down here. We don't have many good choices. We can attack into his witch and then kill it, I suppose. It's probably our best option, is make him take 6 and then lay out the life staff. I'm willing to sack a guy for the witch. So let's go ahead and do it. I don't see us having any other choices. I mean, we can maybe survive 1 turn of him using witch on us. We're just going to play the life staff out. It's a little too mana intensive. We draw another, like for instance, he could make us discard, then we draw another 2-drop, and it just makes our plan very bad. And what is this? Liliana Spectre. Like I said, make us discard. And probably shoot the witch, shoot us in response, but we get to kill the Spectre, which is very good. And he taps a guy. So I'm going to go ahead and equip the Bushwhacker. And then we're going to attack with it. I guess he can block and then shoot the creature, which means we have to sack 2 guys to get rid of it. So he blocks, we move to sack, he then shoots, and then we move to sack again. So he gets a 2 for 1, but this witch is going to do the same thing to us no matter what. Okay, straight up block, we gain 3. Not too bad. And we'll go to equip the next guy. Gonna shoot him in response. So we're gonna choose a target. We're gonna shoot him in the face. And then I think we're just gonna sack this to give you +2. So the equip fizzles, then we're going to equip you. And that's it. Once again, we're out of cards and out of action. So this mono black deck's probably just going to own us. So what is he targeting here? He's targeting this letter. So I'm going to target you again. Then we're just going to sack. Gain another 3. And hopefully draw a way out of this, which I think we can do. He's at 12 as well. So not the end of the world. We definitely don't want to hit any more lands though. Matron is a perfectly sound way to get out of this situation, especially if we draw, if we get a War Marshal with it. But we hit a land, so this is not looking very good for us. This is a really good card against our deck if we can't remove it. I mean, we're going to have to remove this immediately. He's now got, looks like 5, 6, 7 power. And I think we want to risk Undying Evil. I mean, he's going to be able to do it on his turn anyway. And if we don't do it now, he's going to be able to shoot us in response. So I'm going to just kill this first, and then we can actually resolve some of our creatures. It's possible we can get out of this situation. But we got to draw very well. So if I draw a matron, I think I actually want to get a War Marshal with it. We could play 2 matrons, but if he makes us discard the next one, then we're in trouble. So this is now 6 power on the board, and that's a good draw, very good draw. So this kind of holds him off for a bit. His guys are very small. So are our guys, but if he keeps forcing through damage, so we're going to take 4 and then gain 3. I'm going to trade with the Chittering Rats. It doesn't matter if he uses Unearth. There's no additional value other than the fact that he gets a 2/2 creature. He might have Echoing for this. You know, what can you really do? Alright, these guys aren't very effective here. Yeah, let's equip. I don't think we... Yeah, we can attack with 1. Oh, he's going to kill it now? That hurts. That definitely hurts. So we're back to square one, taking 5 every turn. And not much we can do to get out of this. This new type of mono black takes over the game very quickly, and then they just get on you right after that. Oh, he used Unearth, okay. And hit another land, so we're taking 7. I don't think we have any outs. We can Matron, War Marshal. That's actually an out. That's probably our only chance. We die to a Sign in Blood, so could be the case that this is game here. And we draw a Conscript. So we're going to concede and go to the final round. We end up taking this pretty savage loss to Mono Black. And we'll come back for that last round. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and we'll see you then.